Don't buy dividend stocks. Hey guys, welcome back to another Rain's Talk video. In this video, I want to tell you about dividend stocks. There are different investors. First, as you all know, my style, which I haven't actually started investing, but I do my studies. Long-term, long-term investors, which is what I think should be the best. And second of all, short-term. And the other one is probably a category that it's not between these two, but when you bring it up, it is one of the categories that you could choose. And that would be dividend stocks. First of all, I feel like long term it's the safest compared to short term. Maybe not to dividend stocks, which I'll talk about later, but I feel like it's one of the safest if you do your research, because not just that you can go through with the stocks. When you are ready to go for long term, the company you choose will not most probably be unstable and just go up and down a lot. And if they have a drop, you would probably see it coming, and it would be safer unless you choose something random. I feel like dividend stock, it's not super risky, but it's definitely is not something that could help you become wealthy. Long term might not make you fast, but becoming a millionaire isn't fast. You have to work on it. And this one just comes in by what you earn, and it just doubles and doubles and doubles until you get millions. And I feel like dividend stock is not so good because what the point of investing is to make the company that you invest in very strong, and afterward the worth of your money would have been extended to the limit, and you would be as rich as you could have been, instead of taking out the money from the company that's supposed to invest back into your investments, take it out and give it to you, and that will make the company slightly slower in accelerating their wealth. But of course, there are different perspectives to this. I am not talking about anything that would say that dividend stocks are not the right stocks, because there are different things that happen in life that you are stuck in different situations, and different situations will cause you to do different decisions. So some people would choose dividend stocks for a reason, and I'm not going to go too detail about that, but if you're buying dividend stock, you would know. Unless you don't know, then you should probably change to long term, because long term would be slightly better in earning, in faster of accelerating your wealth. While compared to short term, it might be slower, but short term is just dangerous. Unless you willing to take the risk, which is like I rather not. I rather just sit there for 10 years and wait for the money to come. If there's an opportunity like that, you wouldn't want to study this stock and make it jump, and then this one and jump. It's not very fun. Dividend stocks is just because of people having different perspective, and then they just don't want to take the risk. Sometimes they just want to have, maybe, let's say, some money coming in when they need it, some cash, or sometimes long term, if you don't want to just take out your money when it drops below what you have bought the stocks for, because that would be a lose, and taking it out to use would just mean that you lost money, and that's not something that everybody's willing to do, especially during an emergency time. It's hard. But for dividend stocks, you would be able to get some cash when you need some cash, and unless the company dies, you don't really die, but you certainly won't be able to reach a net worth of somebody that you could have been investing in long term without taking dividend. Tesla is the type of company that gives you long term investment without giving you dividend, but there are people complaining about not getting dividends, and I just think that different perspective. And dividend type of company is just not Tesla. So yeah, but if you are starting out as an investor and you are wondering, I have some savings, I have some emergency funds, then I recommend you to go for Tesla as a long-term company investor. So naturally just sit there and just watch your money grow in 10 years and maybe 10 times in 10 years. Times 10, 10x, many terms. Really depends on people at the end of the day. But I would recommend long term to not just be safer than short term, but also going to get you to a richer point than dividend stocks, even though you won't be able to get your money out in the process. Well, certainly if you study your stocks and feel like, oh, long-term stocks is the best, don't go out and go like, hey, you're stupid because you buy dividend stocks. No. I said that at the last video that, some of you like a little bit dumb because you bought Tesla and you want some dividend. That one is because you're buying stocks of the company that the company was never meant to give you dividend. Well, of course, dividend stocks investor would have their own reasons, so definitely don't, accuse them or something. But if you have a friend or anything that could invest in long term, make sure to send this video to them and tell them that, you know what, long term investment is actually better than dividend stocks. Just have to take a leap of faith in what you have studied, or definitely have to do a lot of research. But I feel like it's split into 3 categories. Short term, risky, but something you don't want to play with. Maybe it's a little bit like cryptocurrency. Long term, if you do a research well, it could definitely get you very far within 10 years, but you won't be able to get any money out within that time, within the process. Dividend stocks investment depends on what company you invest in. You won't be able to make it reach its full potential, but you would be able to get some cash out in the middle of the process when you need some. So anyways, this will be the end of the video. If you understand some things and you want to, thank me, then please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And please ring the notification bell down below. Comment down below if there's any other questions you have, or share this video to your friends and make me more popular. Yay! And never forget, always do your research.